So, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We celebrate and say apostles, the apostles and elders are great, most honorable, our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and we say salutations for the Akamon to the pushing our truth and say day in and day out. Continuing season on season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into our video here, and that's basically touching upon. I was watching a video earlier where a brother put up a video with ISP UK, right? ISP UK, I hope I seen the correct ISP UK, right? With the Passover, and when I watch the video, it's really vexing in our spirit, yo. You understand? Because just watching the wickedness that they doing to the and saying the Passover is just total wickedness. You understand? The things they were saying, the way how they was moving, the congregation, all this stuff. It's wickedness, yo. One of, and as I say, I wish I could have played the video, but right now it have no electricity, right? So I no Wi-Fi. Things done, but through the spirit, I just wanted to touch upon and just say a couple of words. And I will come back and I will get the video, and I will do a next video on it. It's because, and part of it, right, and one of the particular clips, there was a fella that said that he said something along the lines of you're outside there, you have no woman. You have nothing, best to just come into the truth and get that, along those lines. As I said, what, I would play the, I would come back to it and play a video, and just again, the whole video is just when you watch it, you can see that it's just a mockery. You understand? Because if you're holding the Lord's Passover, that's supposed to be one of the most solemn assemblies you're supposed to keep. You understand? There's a reason why it says a solemn assembly. And the reason why it says it's men, and they just mix up everything, but you're seeing the wickedness there. You're literally seeing the wickedness. So just jump into the spread, Romans chapter. You're not watching the video, Romans chapter 8 come to my mind. So we're going to the scripture here. This is Romans chapter 8 verse 4. It said that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. You understand? So if the righteousness of the law is supposed to be fulfilled in us, so then how could they be doing the Lord's Passover like that? How could they even be saying those stuff? About this, if you are no woman, you are nothing outside, they just come into the truth now so you can get, and let us assure that these camps, they just be bringing anybody inside of it. Just hearing them talk, you could understand why brothers before say those men are sold out, are sellouts. It say that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. That is the thing. You're supposed to be walking after the spirit, but not after the flesh. That's what even the scripture says, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Because what brings it down is our flesh. You understand? But these men living in the flesh. They're living in that. They're living after the fleshy stuff of this life, the worldly stuff. That is what they're after. The woman, the money, and this and that. That is what they're after. Just watching them saying they're keeping the Passover, and you're seeing the wickedness. Hey. So it say Romans 8 chapter 8 verse 5, it say, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. And that's the thing, these men, they be after the flesh. So the things they would mind is things of the flesh. They hear them talking about the woman and the money and the jobs and the this and that and all this stuff, madness, because they are after the things of the flesh. They are after the things of the flesh. How could they be keeping the Lord's Passover? Say you're keeping the Lord's Passover, and that is what you're doing, and that is the things they're talking about, weed and all this sort of madness. It have no righteousness there. It have no righteousness there. So he said, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Yeah, because they're not being the spirit. We seek the Lord to come. We want the Lord to come back. Right? We want to leave this wicked place. So we mind the things of the spirit. We know we're supposed to keep yourself in our order, and that is what we do. Talking about if a woman and thing and weed and all this sort of madness. These things are for the flesh. These things are for the flesh. Say for they that are after the flesh, don't mind the things of the flesh, and they mind that. They mind that. They mind that like how a man go mind a chicken in a cub. You take careful attention to that. You know, he will make that grow. So they make the fleshy loss and the fleshy things grow. That is why they try to incorporate the things of the world into the things in the truth. Because they after the flesh. And people that be after the flesh will join unto them. Because he hear the things these men saying and it's nothing right. It's nothing right. You say, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. It say, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So you say, for to be carnally minded is death, and a carnal is go back to what? To being fleshly. You understand? So to be living in that earthly kind of mindset, that fleshly mindset is death, because it only going to lead you down one path. You're not going to be after the law of the Lord. You're not going to be after righteousness. It's just going to be things after the flesh, and they're going to do anything to continue living in the flesh. That is why they talk that wickedness, they accept those, they talk about the job, they accept that, all this other stuff, because that is the things that they're after. That when I say watching the video, it's Romans chapter 8. Let's come straight to the mind. Electricity go on, I can't play the video, as I said before, so like for that, and I will come back to it. But just through the Spirit, I just want to touch upon that. It said, because the carnal mind is it say, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. It said, because the carnal mind is enmity against God. Because again, they, as verse 4 say, they're not going on walk after this. They're not going on and walk after the Spirit, but they're walking after the flesh. You understand? It say let me go back to verse 4. It said that the righteousness of the law may be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. You understand? So we know them that would make the righteousness of the law fulfilling them will be walking after the Spirit, but not after the flesh. So these men that be walking in a carnal mindset, right? The fleshly mindset, there's an enemy to the God. There's an enemy to the Lord, because they're not going and walk after the righteousness of the law. And that's a perfect example of it. You see what they're doing with the so-called Passover. You see the things that they speak. So there's an enemy to God, because now they try to incorporate the things in the world with the Lord. You understand? With the scripture, it's 1 John. It says what? Being a friend to the world is like is an enemy unto the Lord. It said, because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. And that's the thing, they have a carnal mindset, so there's an enemy to the Lord, and they as I say here, for it is not subject to the law of God. Just listen to the things they speak, listen to what the things they do. So they don't want to hear nothing about the Lord. They say neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. And that's the thing, they in the flesh, they ought to talk about if you want to be with the Lord and be after the Lord, the ways he only camp and this and that, etc. madness. They after the flesh. So how could they please God? What the things that they're doing? What the things that they say? The scripture says test the spirit, and if you test that spirit in that camp, it sees wickedness. So he says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. They can't. Talk about weed and this and that and all that madness. He said, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. And if so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you, now if any man have not the Spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his. So that's the thing, we're supposed to be of the Spirit and not of the flesh. It say, if so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you, and them that be in the Spirit, the Lord dwell with them. You understand? And you will see that. You would see that. You would literally see that. The way they speak, you see, you hear all the apostles and the elders and the archangels speak. They speak of the things of the Lord, the things of the Spirit. But these men just watch the movement, watch the things they do. Come on. That just be carnally minded, and so they'll lead to the what? To their destruction. As I say, you know what? It's just respect. And again, you want to be after the flesh, and I'm sorry, you want to be after the Spirit and not of the flesh. And it just you know, this picture and Maggie video in my head, it just hey, vexation. You understand? Vexation, wickedness, madness. Hey, again, so you want to be after the Spirit and not after the flesh. Not after the flesh. You understand? So again, I say I will come back to it. I wanted to do back a video on it with the video in the background, right? So with that, we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashemi, Oshai, Ba'ashemi, Kakodash. We say that when apostles and elders agree with our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and we say salutations. So let our come to the preaching and say din and the out. You know, continuing season we say Shalom.